Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing the Danish girl. Um, Now I'm recording this on a Tuesday, and I just finally got to see it on Tuesday. It seems like a lot of my reviews from this point forward might be happening on Tuesdays because that's my only day off from work. Both jobs, I work two jobs, and sometimes that's the only day I usually get off. That won't always happen. If there's like a big movie or whatever, I'll try to see it like opening night or whatever. A really big movie like Star Wars was, I had to go see that opening night. Probably with stuff like Batman vs Superman and stuff like that, I'll probably be seeing those opening night. But um, yeah, one of the biggest reasons actually I didn't get to see it until now wasn't because I was busy this weekend. It was because there was only two show times for this thing. My theater decided to finally release this to their theater, and when it did, there was only two showings, 12:50 and 3:55. I don't know about a lot of you, but I, for the most part, work till about the afternoon, about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Because of that, I wasn't able to go see it until Tuesday. Like I said, when I had my finally had a day off from both jobs, so here I am. This is a movie that I. When I saw the trailers, I remember saying exactly, this looks like an Oscar bait movie. Another attempt for Eddie Redmayne to get an Oscar. I mean, it didn't look bad or anything. It just like, it's like, whatever. I said, this is one of those movies that's just very topical for the time about transgender rights and everything else. So I'm like, I just doesn't look like my cup of tea, but whatever. Um, the one thing I didn't realize until about a few weeks ago is that it's being directed by Tom Hooper, a guy who won for a King's Speech and did Les Miserables, which I didn't like, and that's about it. He's kind of like disappeared off the face of the earth. It's like one of those directors that wins Best Picture and does nothing for after that. Another good example is the guy who made The Artist. What the fuck has he been doing? I haven't seen anything he's done in like since he won the Best Director award. So yeah, I was like, all right, he is a pretty talented director. Like I said, I didn't like Les Miserables that much. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't very. It might have been too goddamn long. One, it and also I'm not a huge fan of musicals. But anyways, yeah, like I said, there was nothing else out this week that looked interesting. Everything, I mean, it's January and there's a lot of shitty movies coming out, so it was the only decent option that looked like it would be worth a sit in a theater, or worth my time. Um, and you know what? It wasn't a bad movie. It was pretty good. There was a lot of good things about this movie. A lot of really good things about it. There is one complaint I'll get into in a little bit, but uh, it's a complaint I had when I first saw the trailers, and there's a complaint I will continue to have every time I talk about this movie. But this movie is really well acted. It is. It is very well acted. Eddie Redmayne definitely deserves the best actor nomination. Definitely, in my opinion, does. He does a pretty goddamn amazing transformation in this thing. He does a lot. Like, for the two movies that he's got nominations for, he did a lot of transformation, like a pretty big transformation for each. With this, and when he played Stephen Hawking, part of me kind of likes this one a little, this role a little bit better than Stephen Hawking. Because by God, like, they make him very convincing as a woman. I don't know what the hell that says about Eddie Redmayne, but he is very convincing as a woman, and he acts very well. I'm one of those guys that hasn't been that high on Eddie Redmayne. I know a lot of people love him and adore him, but I'm not one of those people. But this was probably one of his best performances, honestly. He was very good. I give him a hell lot of credit in this thing. His acting was really, really good. Also, the woman that played his wife, Alicia Vikander, I forget how to say her name. She was it was Ava and Ex Machina. That was the only thing I've seen her in other than this, and that I remember her in. And she's a beautiful woman, by the way. Oh my god, that woman's gorgeous. And she's very good. I liked her as Ava in Ex Machina. I love her in this one too. She puts up for a lot of shit in this thing. Although somewhat, her actions are a little questionable. I'll talk about that in a second. Um, she puts up for a lot of shit, and her acting is really good. Another one of those really good performances, and she got nominated. Good for her. She was very, very good in that movie. In this movie, this movie is very well directed, very well made. Tom Hooper is a really good director. Uh, Beautifully shot, well made. It definitely looks like a Tom Hooper film. I mean, it looks kind of like his style. The style in this film is pretty much kind of similar to something like the King's Speech, which I liked. The King's Speech. It was very well made, very very good movie. I didn't think it deserved Best Picture. I thought The Social Network did, but that's just me. Yeah, I didn't understand how the hell that got Best Picture and not The Social Network, but whatever. That's hearsay. But yeah, I like Tom Hooper. He's very good, and like this is a very well made movie, and like stuff like the production design and costume and stuff got nominations for best or for at the Oscars, and it's well deserved. Like everything is really well made. Production, like I said, the production design is really really good, and so does the costumes in this thing. Up and down, like this movie is really a good movie, and you know, there isn't really much about it that is bad or anything like that. There isn't really anything bad about it. My one problem with this movie, though, and this was something that I this is gonna bug me. Somebody in the comments could maybe explain this to me, so maybe I'm wrong or something. I don't know. This is something that's bugged me since I saw the trailers for this thing, and it still kind of bugs me after I saw the movie. I was hoping maybe I wouldn't be as bugged about it after I saw the movie. Let me explain what it is. So let's go. In order for me to explain it, let's go over the kind of plot of this movie, which is that it's about a wife and two people that really existed in real life in the 1920s. These two painters, a husband and wife, who the husband's very famous, and the wife is still struggling as a painter. And she does portraits of women, men, everything else, and one of her female subjects, decides to no-show on her. So she asks Eddie Redmayne to wear stockings and high heels, and also like not put on a dress, but hold it and put it in position while she paints the rest of it. And he then all of a sudden goes full blown into becoming a woman, or likes wearing dresses, to which results in one of the weirdest scenes of 2015, and where they're about to have sex, and she takes off his clothes and he's wearing her dress. This is the first time he starts doing that. He's wearing her night dress or whatever, and she's at first kind of taken aback, and even I was like, "What the fuck?" Even though I know what the story is about, like it just kind of out of nowhere he's wearing her dress, and apparently that turns her on because they end up having sex. I'm like, that was weird. That is a really weird scene. I'm sorry, but that was a really weird scene. But anyways, what I have a problem with this is, why I have a problem with this movie is, you're telling me, my problem kind of relies with the wife, in that you're telling me that this movie kind of freaking tells me that this woman was kind of shocked that her husband, who she let wear dresses and also let go out in public with her, dressed as a woman, kind of gets into becoming a woman. And you can tell from pretty much early on that he's kind of getting into it. And then she's kind of shocked that he likes being a woman. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what? How the hell are you shocked by that? I have no idea. You kind of encouraged it. She did. She pretty much encouraged it. And she is shocked by it. What the fuck? I don't know. Am I the only one who's thought this while watching this film? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I've heard that this movie doesn't represent the couple's relationship very well. I don't know how, but if somebody knows, let me know in the comments. Maybe there was something in that isn't explained in the movie that I don't know, or something I missed. I don't know. It's just very weird. This movie is very, very weird. And that's not just say I'm all for transgender rights, all that stuff like that. I am for all gay rights, transgender rights, any of that stuff. But I mean, come on. This movie, I think this movie, in my opinion, there's a movie that came out last year that handled this kind of subject matter. It only handled it for a little bit, but it handled this kind of subject matter a lot better, and that was The Imitation Game. I seriously recommend, if you've never seen that movie, go watch that right now. That's a better movie than this, but it has some of the same kind of themes towards the end. It does. It's not all about that, but it's fucking Brokeback Mountain was a better movie than this. I like again, it's not my cup of tea. Kind of one of those movies that it's like not my cup of tea, but I mean, I can appreciate it. It's like Brokeback Mountain's one of those movies that I have seen, and it's a great movie. I will never watch again. Probably the same here with this. And I'm not trying to be homophobic or whatever. That's just not a fucking thing. This was just it is a very Oscar baity movie, but it wasn't a bad one at all. And yeah, like I said, that little problem I had did bug the hell out of me, but it didn't kill the movie for me completely. But I think it's something that should be addressed, though. I don't want people to think I hated this movie, because it was a very, like I said, a very well done, very well made, very well acted movie. It's just that one little complaint that I just bugged me throughout the whole thing. So yeah, I kind of recommend it if it's a lot better than a lot of the shit that's coming out right now. So yeah, I would kind of recommend it. It's only at my theater for a couple more days. But as far as trailers go, I got a few new ones. Surprisingly, not all they're all. It was all indie films, but not entirely. I did get like Hail Caesar and stuff like that. I got a trailer for Demolition. This was an interesting trailer. It's from the guy who made Dallas Buyers Club and Wild. It's starring Jake Gyllenhaal, and it starts off. This trailer caught my attention pretty quickly, where he's a guy writing a letter to a vending machine company who he is sending a complaint because the peanut M&Ms he wanted from a vending machine in the hospital got stuck. So he's writing the complaint to them. And he says, I was really hungry and I really wanted those M&Ms, and my wife died 10 minutes ago right before that. What the fuck? It's like, oh, wait, what? And the whole movie is about him dealing with his wife's death, and the only way he does do it is a very unique way of just destroying things. Okay. the trailer ends with him buying a bulldozer on eBay and demolishing their house. What the fuck? Okay. It didn't look bad. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. It actually looked kind of funny for the subject matter it was about. Midnight Special. This is another one that looked interesting. It's Michael Shannon. He's a guy who kidnaps his son who has supernatural power, like supernatural powers, or like that destroy, like where his son can destroy and blow up things, and he's on the run with him, and it looks kind of interesting. It looks kind of different from anything I've seen in a while. I've heard about it. This is the movie I heard about before I got the trailer, and it for the trailers it does look interesting. Here, maybe this will be pretty good. I'm hoping this will be pretty good. I'm sure my theater won't get it though. And the last trailer I got was Knight of Cups. Knight as KNIGHT. God damn it. Terrence Malick is allowed to still make films. Because, yeah, this is a new Terrence Malick film called, again, Knight of Cups. Pretty stupid fucking title. I have no idea what was going on in this trailer. It's Terrence Malick being a pretentious asshole. That's all I could tell from the trailer. And he dragged Christian Bale, Natalie Portman, and Kate Blanchett down with him. God. If you don't know who Terrence Malick is, he's a guy who made Tree of Life, Thin Red Line. He's a guy that just makes these horrible art house films that, you know, has a lot of terrible dialogue. Even from the trailers, that's some pretty terrible dialogue that nobody ever fucking talks like that. Only people in art house films that want to be pretentious, from directors and writers that are pretentious assholes, say shit like, or write shit like that. Talking about trees, palm trees bringing life, or I don't know. He has an obsession with trees. I don't still understand that. It is terrible, and I don't understand how he makes some pretty looking movies. All right, I'll give him that. But other than that, he's not good at all. And finally, some people are kind of catching on that he's not a very good director. But there's still the cinema snobs out there that think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and that's the reason why he's still allowed to make films. Yeah, skip it. It'll come to my theater, and if it gets a good reception, I'll have to see it, and I'll have to want to kill myself. I might need to start doing drugs to do that, to see that kind of movie. But anyways, I'm kidding. I'll be back later this week, or probably next week, with Kung Fu Panda 3 and The Finest Hours. And until then, I will talk to you guys later.